Alright, welcome back to the Will's fifth quarter special Facebook Live. Sorry for the technical difficulties there on our equipment. This is part 2 of the Facebook Live stuff, so they're going to have 2 videos here. We're going to continue talking about the White Sox. We were talking about the baseball teams and just the powerhouses they're going to be in Chicago and such. And we have a shout out already, guys. Joey Ventrella, a fellow Redbird that recently graduated, wanting a shout. So hello. We always deal with technical difficulties in this business, so sorry about that, guys. We had the first part video done there, so you get 2 videos today. You get a 2-for-1 deal. Maybe I had that planned out, maybe I didn't. We'll go from it. So, we're going to talk about the Chicago Bears now. We talked little Cubs baseball, what they need to do. Stay tuned, because we're going to have a very special guest. I'm not going to reveal the surprise. We always like to keep our surprises here on this show and surprise all of you when the episode's done. We're going to have some big stuff coming up pretty soon. I've been working a lot at my job recently in the last few weeks, so I haven't had time to put these together yet. But now, coming through this big part of sports season, football's coming, baseball's finishing up, going into the playoffs. We're going to have some big stuff coming up here, guys. So just keep following the show, listening to the episodes, follow social media. We're retweeting things as it comes up. I'll make sure to retweet to you guys, do polls. We're doing a lot of stuff right now here. So, just back to the Bears. They said there was 3 fights in the last 3 days, which is rare because, most situations, you don't have fights in a row at training camp. But it's been Kyle Long that's been in some of them. We had Akeem Hicks and Javon Wibbs the other day, and it's just, it's aggression. You're playing each other. You're gonna get aggression, confidence boosts against your teammates. That happens. It happens in the game when other teams face each other like this, especially when you're scrimmaging your own teammates. But the whole Kyle Long, they say, was very surprising. Just with Matt Nagy and all that other stuff, he was shocked. But, Kyle Long's a very energetic person. He has energy. A lot of great players do. Khalil Mack would, if you asked him. Mitch Trubisky, a lot of these guys. But at the end of the day, they're still a great team that's going to do great things this year. I think they have really big chances to make the Super Bowl. They just, I'm going to reiterate what I said just a bit ago about the Cubs and the White Sox on the part 1 of these 2-part Facebook Live videos for Will's fifth quarter special today. And it's just the idea of taking it one step at a time. A lot of teams will say, hey, we got a great shot at the Super Bowl. That's great. But you still have to finish preseason. You got to keep your players healthy. You got to see how your new players that you signed or drafted fit in with that roster and the culture. You go to game 1, 2, then you go all the way through the season, 1 game at a time, and it also depends how the other teams in your division play out. So there's a lot of factors that come into play. But I think the Bears have a really great chance to retain their title of the NFC North Division. With the Packers getting used to a new coach, that takes time, guys. It doesn't just happen in one season all the time. It has in the past with different teams, but that doesn't mean that'll be the case with the Packers. The Lions got some new players, but they still got to work things up as a team to take the division. So just, there's a lot of things going on with the Bears. I like just what I saw in training camp. David Montgomery is a very exciting player. I think he's going to be getting a lot of the lead carries as the lead back for the Chicago Bears running core. Yes, they did sign Mike Davis. Yes, they do have Tariq Cohen, but Tariq Cohen is better off. We saw him trying to start as a running back, as a lead back. It doesn't work for him. He's a slot receiver. That's where he's best at. We don't want to take him away from what he does best because it'll kind of change the dynamic that's working so great for this offense. Mitch Trubisky is already getting really good camaraderie with his receivers after 1 year in the Matt Nagy offense. The Chuck Pagano defense is so far looking really good. We're going to obviously see more questions we have from the offseason being answered here in the preseason. The kickers. Elliott Fry looked pretty good in preseason, but again, that's preseason. We'll have to see what these guys do at the bigger stage, the regular season, against the Packers opening the season, against the Chiefs later on around weeks 10 and 11. We'll have to find that out, guys. So, we're going to have a lot of things coming up here with the Chicago Bears. There's a lot of exciting things coming with this show. And we're going to talk a little bit about the Redbirds here. The men's team went 3-0. They have a lot of young players on both these teams. It helps the women's team that Lexi Wallen came back as a grad student player eligibility. She had another year or two, so she's using that. But Both these teams are going to look really good, I think. Volleyball as well. You're going to hear even more about this on the Redbird Sports Update. We're going to try and put something together pretty soon here. So, I just want to thank everyone for tuning in to part 2 of this video. It was from part 1 on that other video of Will's 5th quarter special. We're going to have a lot of exciting things coming up. So, when the 4th quarter buzzer sounds, you turn to us for your 5th quarter sports talk. I'm your host and creator of Will's 5th quarter special, Will Farlow, saying so long. Enjoy the summertime you have left. Kids that are going back to college, high school, we at Will's 5th quarter special want to, wish you nothing but the best luck in your upcoming school year and future endeavors. Whoever's working, going back to school, teaching, or a student, grad school, whatever level, best of luck to all of you moving forward here throughout this year. Please keep following the show. No matter where you are, we're always here for each one of our listeners as you're part of the Will's 5th quarter special family. So when the 4th quarter buzzer sounds, you turn to us for your 5th quarter sports talk. I'm your host, Will Farlow, saying enjoy the rest of this summer night. So long on August 15, 2019, from here at Will's 5th quarter special. You were watching part 2 of this Facebook Live experience. So long, guys.